Okay, so next tayo. So na-compute na natin yung budgeted production. And now, let's compute for the requirement number 2, that is budgeted materials purchase per quarter. So, ilang units ba yung kailangang bilhin ng kumpanya per quarter? So, here is the computation. So, ito na yung computation. So, di ba class, na-compute na natin itong budgeted production. So, ito dapat yung kailangang i-produce ng kumpanya per quarter. And then ngayon, out of this, ilan ba dapat yung bibilhin ng kumpanya? So, ito yung tanong dito sa budgeted materials purchases. So, here is the explanation class. 64,000 na budgeted production units ito class ha. This is unit 64,000 units. Ngayon, per unit, ilang raw materials yung kailangan? So, sabi daw ng kumpanya, 3 pounds. 'Di ba? 3 pounds yung kailangan para makagawa tayo ng isang unit. So, ibig sabihin, ilang raw materials ba yung kailangan para ma-produce yung 64,000. So, kaya budgeted production, i-multiply natin ng standard materials per unit. Ibig sabihin, ito yung required na pounds or required raw materials para makagawa ng isang unit. So, is equals to budgeted materials usage. That is 192,000 pounds. Naintindihan? So, now, i-add natin yung materials inventory end, which is 57,600. So, paano ito nakuha? So, ang materials inventory daw is 30% of the current quarter's need. So, ibig sabihin daw class, itong materials end, dito manggagaling sa 192. Ito yung kailangan natin di ba? So, ito yung kailangan ng kumpanya para ma-produce yung 64,000 na units. So, kaya 192,000 multiplied by 30% is equals to 57,600 pounds. So, kaya ito yung materials inventory and 57,600. And now, total materials needs. Ito na yung total material need natin. Ito yung kailangan natin lahat. Considering na ito yung budgeted production, ito yung budgeted productions natin, and at the same time, ito yung materials end. So, that is 75. Next is materials need 249,600. So, i-less natin yung materials inventory beginning na 75,000. So, saan galing itong 75,000? So, given yan class sa problem. So, ito yung budgeted materials purchase in pounds. Ito na dapat yung kailangan bilhin ng kumpanya. Naintindihan? So, 174,600 pounds yung kailangang bilhin ng kumpanya. So, ngayon, since ito, magkano yung per pound daw? Ito yung cost ng raw materials. So, yung budgeted materials purchases in pesos, 209,520. So, ito na yung kailangang i-budget ng kumpanya para makabili ng raw materials for the quarter 1. And so on for the same explanation for quarter 2. Ang exemption lang is itong materials end ng quarter 1 mapupunta sa materials beginning ng quarter 2. So, kung makikita nyo itong arrow, so itong 57,600 mapupunta lang sa ending ng quarter 1, beginning ng quarter 2. Naintindihan? So, and so on. So, next is requirement number 3. So, schedule 5, that is budgeted payments to merchandise suppliers. So, dito class di ba ito yung materials purchases natin? Itong mga purchases natin, inutang natin ito sa mga suppliers. And then ngayon, sa sa schedule number 5, ang gagawin natin, ilan ba dito yung kailangan nating bayaran? So, ito na yung computation. So, purchases. So, credit purchases for the quarter 1. So, Ito class, 180,000. So, saan ito nakuha? The credit purchases in the fourth quarter of 2020 were 180,000. So, by computing 81,000 divided by 45%. So, the 55% have been paid in the quarter the purchase were made. So, itong 180,000 class, dinivide lang yung 81,000 divided by 45%. So, kaya 180,000 multiplied by 45%. So, that is 81,000. The same pa rin. So, next, for the quarter 1 of 2021, so, ito na class yung, di ba? Ito yung purchases natin, which is na-compute natin kanina. So, 209,520. Dito class, 209,520. So, kaya't ito. So, ito yung credit purchases natin. Ito yung mga purchases natin na utang. So, syempre, ang kumpanya daw, the payment pattern is 55% and 45%. So, itong 209, hindi babayaran ng buo ng quarter 1. So, i-spread natin. 209,520 multiplied by 55%, kaya naging 112,931. And then, yung 45% ng 209,520 sa quarter 2 pa natin babayaran. So, kaya 209,520 times 45%. Next, for the quarter 2, so 295,920 times 55%, so kaya naging 159,501. So, the next, the 45% of quarter 2, so sa quarter 3 na siya babayaran. Naintindihan? So, kaya 295,920 multiplied by 45%, kaya na-compute itong 133,164. And so on for the quarter 3 and quarter 4. The same pattern pa rin for 55 and 45%. So, next class, kaya't na-compute natin itong by the way class, baka ma-confuse kayo. May explanation pa pala dito. The payment made to suppliers in the quarter of purchase accounting for 55% of all purchases is subject to 2% trade discount pala. So, dito class, para makuha itong 112,931, 209,520, i-multiply nyo ng 55%. So, yung result, i-multiply nyo ng 98%. So, bakit naging 98%? Kasi nga daw, yung 2% is discount. So, i-claim natin yun as a discount. Pero pagdating ng quarter 2, wala na. So, kaya class, kung mapapansin nyo, 112,931. So, 'di ba? Kapag yung kumpanya hindi siya mag-claim ng discount, so yung magiging resulta is 209,520 multiply ng 55%, so 115 dapat, 'di ba? Kung hindi siya mag-avail ng 2% discount, 115,236 sana ito. Pero since yung kumpanya is mag-a-avail ng 2% trade discount, so yung 115,236 bawasan mo pa ng 2%. So, para shortcut, 98% na lang. I-multiply mo na lang ng 98% para makuha yung 112,931. So, ganun din class dito sa quarter 2. Sa quarter 2, 'di ba, dito ka nag-purchase. So, 295 yung purchases natin. 295,920, i-multiply mo ng 55%. So, supposed to be 162,756 ito. 'Di ba? So, since yung kumpanya is nag-avail ng 2% trade discount, so 162,756, bawasan mo pa ng 2%. So, shortcut, i-multiply mo na lang kaagad ng 98%. So, kaya nakuha natin itong 159,501. But, for the next quarter class, ito class, yung purchases mo is sa quarter 2, yung 45% is wala nang discount yon. Naintindihan? Wala nang discount yon. So, kaya ito, 133,164. So, para makuha ito, 295,920, idiretso ng multiply ng 45%. Ganon din itong 94,284. So, 209,520 times 45%. So, mag-claim lang siya ng 2% discount daw during the quarter of purchase. And so on. So, next, sample problem number 5 tayo, class. So, Charmaine Corporation pays its personnel at a rate of 20 pesos per direct labor hours. So, it takes 0.25 standard hours to complete a finished unit. So, ibig sabihin ng 0.25 standard hour, class, is sa isang unit daw, matatapos daw yung isang unit ng 0.25 hours. So, ilang minuto ito? 15 minutes. Ibig sabihin, 15 minutes, isang unit. Naintindihan? So, the corporation pays its labor cost in the month the payroll is recorded. So, the standard variable overhead rate is 5 pesos per direct labor hour. And the standard fixed overhead rate is 4 pesos per direct labor hour. The company's normal capacity is 75,000 units or 18,750 direct labor hours. So, ibig sabihin daw, class, ito yung normal na trabaho ng mga tao sa kumpanya. 30% of the fixed overhead is non-cash. Overhead costs are paid 90% in the quarter is incurred and the remainder is paid in the following the quarter of incurrence. The overhead costs incurred in the fourth quarter of 2020 are 84,000 variable and 70,000 fixed. The budgeted production in units are estimated at, for the quarter 1, 64,000 units, quarter 2, 78,000 units, quarter 3, 74,000 units, and quarter 4, 87,000 units. Now, ito yung requirements. Schedule 6, budgeted labor cost per quarter and in total. So, magkukompute tayo ng pasweldo sa tao, which is, yun yung kailangang budgetan ng kumpanya. Next, Schedule 7, budgeted factory overhead in quarter and in total. And lastly, budgeted cash payment for labor and overhead in quarter and in total. So, i-total lang natin itong dalawa, yun na yung schedule number 8. So, ito na yung solutions and discussions for direct labor costs. So, budgeted labor cost, so budgeted production, so given ito, class, 64, 78, 74, and 87,000. So, i-multiply natin ng standard direct labor hours. So, di ba, class, sa isang unit daw, matatapos yung isang unit ng 0.25 or 15 minutes. Naintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, yung 64,000 units, matatapos siya ng 16,000 hours. Naintindihan? So, 16,000 hours. So, since ang bayad daw ang pasweldo daw sa tao, or yung magiging labor ng employee or ng worker is per hour, 20 pesos yung bayad. So, kaya 16,000 hours multiplied by 20 pesos, ito na yung budgeted direct labor cost, 320,000. So, the same explanation for quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Naintindihan? Next, budgeted factory overhead. So, variable factory overhead plus fixed factory overhead. So, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So, dito, class, ito na yung computation. So, for the variable factory overhead, so, paano siya nakuha? Yung 80,000. So, quarter 1, 16,000 direct labor hour times 5 pesos is equals to 80,000. So, saan galing yung 5 pesos? Given na yan sa problem. Naintindihan? So, 97,500, paano nakuha? So, 19,500 multiplied by 5 pesos is equals to 97,500 and so on.